The Olympics ruins track and field, and here's why. Controversy has plagued track and field this week, with countless doping suspensions and athletes dropping out of the World Championships due to injury. This week alone, we had half marathon world record holder Jacob Kiplimo withdraw due to a hamstring injury, and most notably, Sydney McLaughlin dropped out due to a minor knee injury, saying she would have been able to race, but the main focus is on the Olympics next year, so it's better to be safe and prepare for that. This adds to the uncertainty of her training partner Uthing Mo's presence at the World Championships, with her coach Bob Kersee saying the next flight she catches will either be to the World Championships or on a vacation. Kersee's athletes are known for not racing frequently, but for two Olympic champions and defending world champions to miss the World Championships in order to focus on a competition a year away is a new level of choosing their races sparingly. A lot of fans have been in uproar at this, saying it's ruining the sport when massive names choose not to compete at what's supposed to be the pinnacle of track and field, but the athletes and coaches aren't to be blamed here. It's the structure of track and field itself. And if you were Kersee and his athletes, why would you risk jeopardizing a much bigger opportunity in the Olympics by competing this year? This highlights one major issue with track and field: the emphasis on the Olympics and the ultimately far less importance of major track and field championships like the World Championships or the Diamond League. Before we get into the detail, I challenge everyone watching this video to name a successful sport that has its biggest championship at the Olympics, because it's not any of the big sports. During the Olympics, athletes aren't allowed to take part in any commercial opportunities, and brands aren't allowed to showcase their athletes competing at the Olympics. So when the biggest event in track and field doesn't allow for any brands to earn money, that's a major issue for any brand wanting to invest in the sport of track and field, because what's their return on investment actually look like? An extreme example of this is Jakob Ingebrigtsen's podium from the Tokyo Olympics. He's a Nike athlete, but on the podium he had to wear his country's team kit, which meant he wore On shoes on the podium. The benefit of performing well at the Olympics for athletes like Uthing Mo and Sydney McLaughlin far outweighs the benefit of performing well at the World Championships, hence why both, or at least Sydney, won't be competing at this year's World Championships. If we take the factor of all the commercial opportunities away, just think about what this looks like for the sport. Imagine if Lionel Messi decided not to play for Inter Miami, or LeBron James decided he didn't want to play for the Lakers in the playoffs. But look at the backlash Osaka received for dropping out of the French Open in 2021, whereas in track and field, the biggest names are tactically choosing not to compete. That means that they think they benefit in the long run by not competing at the highest level of the sport. That makes the sport so insignificant because individual athletes have outgrown the importance of it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.